All right, everybody. While we were dealing with that, started the stream on YouTube. I think we got it going now. Let me send you. I've got the link for it, Holly. I'll just put it as a comment here, Control V, and hopefully that can bring it to the YouTube stream, which is just like this one, but maybe a little bit easier to share. So here we go. Dom Spahn kicks it off, and a whistle as Grantsburg has left early. So they will back it up 5. Now, I didn't realize that was a stoppage of play. I thought they would let the kick go, because if Ladysmith, did something they liked with it, they could keep it, but maybe that's I'm obviously wrong about that. So they'll back it up 5 and kick off from the 35-yard line. Grantsburg up 21-0. I don't think anybody thought this would be a blowout by any means, but when you don't start your incredible quarterback for, trying to get him healthy for the playoffs, and I get that, things might go a little bit astray. And that's a bad kick, and that is going to go. It's not going to go out of bounds. So it's a perfect kick right at the 27-yard line, just off the side of his foot, and it just stays in bounds. Forced to pick it up was the returner. So decent field position at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, 10:42 left to go in the first half. And let me get that fixed here on the scoreboard. We still have it as the first quarter. We can change that real quick. There we go. See? 1st and 10, Ladysmith. Little, the quarterback, sends a man in motion right to left. He's going to run along the left side trying to find a seam, and he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. I think it was Levi. No, that was Jordan Gaffney out there, and also out there was Levi Brzezinski. So Grantsburg doing a good job stringing that one along the line of scrimmage. Little turned it up for a short gain, and it makes it 2nd and a long 9. Little in the shotgun, 2 men split to the right, 2 to the left. This is a familiar formation. Grantsburg able to get him down at the 30. That was, I think, Colton Lozier that was Colton Lozier on the tackle. Gain of about 3, maybe 2 or 3 on that second down. 3rd and about, we'll call it 3rd and 6. Long 6. Need to get to the 38-yard line just on the other side of the 30. So that'd be a 7-yarder, I'd say. I'd say it's all 7 yards. 3rd and 7. Little forced to throw, drops back a couple steps. Throw was one over the middle. It hits the receiver and then the official and then the ground. Incomplete on 3rd and 7. 4th and long with 9:19 left to go in the first half. Aaron Berkman's going to come in, and Zach Rombach's going to check out because they are going to punt. Aaron's going to go back. A little bit of confusion here. They're going to punt it away with no rush because Grantsburg wasn't ready. A much better punt. They caught Grantsburg flat-footed. Oh, that one checks up on Ladysmith. Looked like it was going to be even better, but as it was, a pretty darn good punt for the Lumberjacks. It'll be 1st and 10, Grantsburg from the 38-yard line. D says, keep up the good work, Pirates. Jeff Harmon says, go Pirates, you got this. Appreciate everybody jumping on and commenting. Grantsburg with the ball again, and it's Aaron Berkman in the shotgun. 3 men split to the right, 1 to the left, and they try to get Ladysmith to jump unsuccessfully, and now they're going to run the play. It's going to be a fade down to Marcus Michael. He catches it, but he's out of bounds. And that is the correct call.
Just out of bounds. 2nd down, 10.
Sometimes plays like that close along the sidelines remind me of that Brady's Bunch episode when Greg Brady took a picture of a football game and they saw that the kid's foot was out of bounds and they changed the end of the game. They changed the score, making it so. What town are they from? Smallville? Springfield? Who knows? So they got to advance. Greg Brady was the hero with his camera. There you go, Nick. What town did the Brady Bunch take place in? 3rd and 8 here for the Pirates. Passing situation, and Berkman back there. He will drop back to pass. He's looking down the left side, looking for that out. It's caught by Trenton. Was it enough for a first down? It was. First down. A nice job on that 10-yard out. Good job by Trenton to get past the sticks and then come back for the pass. And it'll be Grantsburg. 1st and 10, nose of the football on the 50. 8.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Trenton is Aaron's favorite receiver, although as of late he's been mixing it up a little bit to receivers. Silas Brzezinski with the Red Sea parting in front of him, and then he runs into Trenton. Trenton won't get credit for the tackle. Trenton kind of got caught there looking for something to do, and Silas ran right into him.
Down for the Pirates and 5.
2nd and 5 for Grantsburg. And it's going to be a swing pass, and it's dropped by Silas. And are they going to say it was incomplete or backwards pass?
Fumbled lateral.
Yeah, that's going to be a lateral. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. They get together and they call it incomplete. I don't know why one of the refs didn't just immediately say incomplete, but they didn't. And now it'll go back to the original line of scrimmage. I think Grantsburg covered it up regardless, but it saves Grantsburg a couple yards. 3rd and 5. See if they go to the air again. Back to pass. Aaron in some trouble. Hanging out with the ball, and then he flips it forward, and it's caught! Oh, man, bobbled, but caught by Silas Brzezinski. Whoo, boy. We caught that one on tape. Here it is. Doink, da-dun, doink. I got it. First down for the Pirates. And injured player on the play, Logan Alderson, Jr. Heads out under his own power, hobbled, but 7:27 left to go. And I don't know if you can see it on the stream. Yeah, you can. Just the fog from the breath of the boys. And Grantsburg jumps again. There was no play called. I think that's twice that there's been no actual play called. You've seen Grantsburg do the hard count, look to the sideline. I think that was a freeze play also.
Please be careful when walking on the bleachers tonight.
So that's a 5-yard penalty. So something to discuss at halftime for the coaching staff. Nearing 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Grantsburg off to a hot start, and they're driving again. And it looks like they're going to try to get a slant over to Marcus Michael. Ooh! Zach was wide open on this side, but they were looking at Marcus on that slant the whole time. It also looked like it might have been setting up a screen on this side, the screen action by Trenton. 2nd and 15 after the incompletion. And it'll be Berkman having a sidestep, doing some fancy spinning. Ooh, and then he's brought down hard. Pushed him forward, Elias Makunda. And he'll get some of that penalty yardage back. It'll be 3rd and 12. By far the toughest third down of the night for Grantsburg. They're going to split out a couple guys right. In fact, 3 of them, Silas, Zach, and Trenton. And off to the left is Marcus Michael, one-on-one to his side. And it's a fake. It's going to be a screen, a tunnel screen that goes really well for Grantsburg. Trenton can't, not quite to a first down. A nice tackle. Saving for sure a first down, maybe even a touchdown. Tim Meltz with an ankle tackle, and it'll be 4th and about 2. So a big play there by Meltz here with 6 minutes left to go. Grantsburg will go for it. 3 men split to the right, 1 to the left. Same formation with Levi Przinski in the backfield with Berkman. They fake to him. Rolling, looking, tossing it up, and it's intercepted and then ripped out by Zach Rombach. Incomplete. I think Zach just stopped it from being intercepted, which actually, in that case, would have been better for Grantsburg if he would have picked it off. So, pass broken up. But it was a good job by the young man, Braden Little, who got up in the air. I thought he had it for a second, and then either the tackle or Zach ripping it out made it come out. And it's 1st and 10 for the Pirates. That ball just slightly underthrown that time. And it's going to be a handoff on the left side. Grantsburg there, and a loss on the play.
The ball carrier tackled by Brandon Lucas.
And they're going to stop the clock with a timeout. Ladysmith calls a timeout with 5:17 left to go. That'll give us another chance to say thank you to our sponsors, Burnett Medical Center.
Do you have difficulty sleeping, severe sore throats, or constant snoring? It may be time for you to visit Burnett Medical Center's ear, nose, and throat specialist, Dr. Freumovich. He works with adults and children to diagnose and treat various conditions of the ear, nose, throat, and related structures of the head and neck. Conditions range from reoccurring ear infections to difficulty breathing and sleeping. Sign up for a better tomorrow with a treatment plan that works for you and your health.
All right, I was just looking at the comments, and I was perplexed by my brother's comment, Los Angeles, Bob. I was like, what are you talking about? That's where the Brady Bunch took place. Is that really? That's not true, is it? L.A.? They were in the suburb. It's like, this is a suburb of L.A. That nice street, curb and gutter. Yeah. All right, so let's see. What else we have? Holly says, thank you for the link. You're welcome, Holly. Penny says, way to go, TJ. That's Trenton. Shelby Fernando. Go Jacks. Number 42, Manny Moore. All right. Dad says, love seeing the breath of the players from his easy chair in the living room. Thank you, sponsors. All right. Yeah, that is true. I think a lot of people are in your situation. Rolling right, looking. One of the receivers breaks down the field, but I think he had crossed the line of scrimmage. So a keeper for Little gains a couple, 3 yards out to the 25-yard line. And that'll make it 3rd down. Grantsburg's secondary doing a good job limiting passing plays. Another passing situation here for Little and the Lumberjacks. Dee asked earlier if I was as cold as I was in Hurley. No, but not. It's not that we're not cold. It's cold. I feel bad for the people sitting out on the bleachers. Handoff. No, I'm sorry. It's a pass. Little throw and nothing doing. Muck Seeger with some incredible pressure. And Little is knocked down as he throws. 4th and 7. So Ladysmith, outside of the first drive, has elected to punt in this situation. Now, to be fair, they were in better fourth and to go. Yards to go earlier. Now it's 4th and a long 7 from their own 25-yard line. So clearly a punting situation. 4.5 minutes left to go. The punt is away, end over end, and this is going to be get away from it again type of situation for Grantsburg. The ball is going to come to rest at about the 45-yard line. So in case you didn't see it earlier, this is what we were talking about. Coach Hale, all-time wins leader for the Grantsburg Pirates. Some great coaches on that list. Bob Olson with 44. That's who this field is named after, Robert W. Olson Field. Keith Laney, longtime coach here. Steve Johnson, tons of success in the program with Steve. And then Adam Hale beating that 82 last week. Now 83 wins for Adam Hale and trying to get 84 here tonight. 1st and 10 for the Pirates, 4:18 left to go. And it's going to be a handoff to Silas, and he is dragged down from behind. A nice play by big number 63, Ben Miniot. And there's going to be a whistle and a timeout for Grantsburg. And Adam Hale comes charging out, talking to his quarterback. So obviously something wrong there. And it might not have been the play. It might have been. I'm just speculating now. I don't see Adam heated like this very often, and he's pretty heated right now. And it could be because Aaron tried to block on that one with a hurt thumb. Man. He is in their faces. Nick, have you ever seen Adam like that? Yeah, we can show that. He's going around to each of them, challenging them, but especially his quarterback. That's interesting. So we'll keep an eye on this play, see how they come out. They come out firing with 4:03 left to go, 21-0. The headset may have seen its last days also. They're trying to fix it. They've got the trainer trying to fix the headset. So here we go. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Silas. Silas gets driven back at the line of scrimmage. Or maybe he's just upset that Grantsburg got 3 touchdowns and haven't looked all that good since. 3 men split to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass, Berkman looking down the right side. He's got a guy, and it is caught! And getting free into the end zone! Who is that? Zach Rombach? What a kid! Gosh, my eyes aren't very good. What a catch, though. That was awesome. What a throw, right on the numbers, right on the money, and Zach into the end zone for the touchdown. Glad I got to see it on replay because my eyes are going buggy. Dang, that was nice. 3:23 left to go. Snap, spot, kick, and Alex McCormick. Oh, that one is no good. Must have been wide right, I guess. All right, 27-0. And we're going to, keep that turned down. I got to turn this stuff down. I'll try to keep talking. Don't turn your stuff up. I'll try to talk a little louder, but I can't risk I would love for you to listen to this oldie but a goodie. But if I do, Mark Zuckerberg will get mad at me. Oh, God. Jeremy Anderson got his hands from Mom. You know what? His mom can catch the ball. When we first got married, our first place, and she'll tell you about this, I was a quarterback in high school and in college, and so we got married right out of college, basically. So I still had the itch. I had to throw. We love getting in the front yard throwing, but Renee doesn't come out as much as the boys now. But But yeah, she would run routes for me on our postage stamp front yard. Seriously, it was like a very small front yard, but I'd have her out there running routes. She could catch the ball. So, oh, you guys. Nick had a funny. Say it again. Say it again.
You throw like a girl.
Oh, you got. Oh, there's a mic right there you could have used. I had to get real close to him. I held my breath so he didn't have to smell my stinky breath, but I had to smell his. That was another error by me. 27-0 Grantsburg on top. Good kickoff to the 10 this time. Will they hand it off? And it doesn't look like it. Grantsburg, are they staying in their lanes? They're doing all right. They had to spread out there, and everybody stayed home. That was a good job by the Pirates, and a pretty nifty fake reverse that time by Ladysmith, keeping Grantsburg honest. 1st and 10 for the Pirates at the 31-yard line. Are you making fun of me over there? No. Okay. Michael and Nicholas have been known to make fun of me, so I get a complex whenever they go whispering to each other. And look at that. Brandon Lucas pops him right away. I think that was Brandon, right? Yeah, Brandon Lucas.
Brandon Lucas.
Got a good smack in on him, but a good job by the running back to get forward and get 3 yards. Under 3 minutes to play, 27-0 Grantsburg. Clock is running. It'll be interesting to see if things kind of stay like this and Grantsburg scores again, if they'll go for 2 to get that 35-point lead. They'll pop pass to the tight end, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Good pass by Little. Doug Stevenson, the receiver. How did he see that so quickly?
Good for a Lumberjack first down.
Clock continues to run, 2:15 left to go. This is a little slant over the head, and it's caught by Trenton. Look out! He likes pick sixes against Ladysmith. Can he get it? Oh, that's going to be a block in the back. He's into the end zone. No, it's not going to be a block in the back. And Trenton has his second pick six against Ladysmith. And there you go. So I thought it was a... And sorry to interrupt that call with what I thought was a block in the back. It was not, according to the official looking right at it and a lot closer to it than me. Trenton Johnson with another interception return for a touchdown. And Grantsburg will go for 1 here with 2:03 left to go. Alex McCormick missed the last one, but he makes up for it here, gets that one. And it's 34-0 Grantsburg on top of Ladysmith. And we are going to just mute. Actually, we'll get the last ad in here because we might have a little bit short of time in the second half. Here you go.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
All right, going to kind of keep it muted here while the music is on, and we'll pick it up in just a second. All right, here we go. Grantsburg kicking off again. The temperature is getting lower and lower at 8 o'clock at night here. Let's just check good old AccuWeather right now in Grantsburg. It says it's 33 degrees, but we have all the moisture and precipitation has missed us, so we're thankful for that. And there's not much of a wind. That kick is going to flirt with the sidelines, and that one does go out of bounds at about the 19. So the second time that kickoff has gone wayward. They might be trying to avoid kicking it to a certain guy. Sometimes we've seen them have Grantsburg re-kick. Sometimes we see them take the penalty at the spot, or at the 40. So that's where they get the ball. No, 35 actually. 35 here for Ladysmith. That's where they'll start with the ball.
And we'll start on their own 35-yard line.
Grantsburg's kick coverage has gotten a lot better since the beginning of the year. You might remember the first kickoff to the Saints was returned for a touchdown. There's a fumble in the back. They're gonna say that was a pass. The back judge, or the referee behind the play, said that was a pass. So they're going to call it an incomplete pass. That was not a pass, but from his angle, from behind the quarterback, he thought he tossed it forward. So I think Ladysmith gets a bit of a break there. I think they had recovered the fumble, but the play had been blown up, or was going to get blown up with the whistle, and just a loss of down here. 2nd and 10. Handoff, and it'll be Ian Berkman driving him to the ground.
Matt Roach, the ball carrier.
That's a nice play by Ian. Take another look with this nice tackle from the linebacker spot. Kind of tackled the ball there. Almost ripped that free. I'm impressed with the running back who held on to it. I think that was Elias Makunda. And let's take another look. I'll get the number right. I can't see it. And back to pass, and Mark Seeger in like a shot for the sack, and it's 4th and long now for Ladysmith with about a minute left to go. At halftime, I'm gonna throw up the coach's corner from this week. Coach Hale, that's before I knew about the record that he broke. We'll talk about that next Monday, or for the next coach's corner, but get his thoughts on tonight's game. And that's going to be a whistle. And a timeout called by Ladysmith with 44 seconds left to go. That's a kind of a big break for Grantsburg. Not because of the punt or anything. It wasn't a great punter from Ladysmith, but stops the clock. So Grantsburg will get the ball back in probably pretty decent field position here. Maybe they're going to talk about faking it. And by the way, if we do get knocked off the air, I'm kind of monitoring that as well. So if that happens, I'll get the darn thing back up as soon as possible. I'll put that up. Take a look at the comments. Let's see, where did I leave off? Yeah, got hands from his mom. Great catch, says Jeremy. Great job, Pirates. Dad says, wow, Zach. Dave Hansen, nice job, 22. That was after the pick 6. Awesome play. Way to go, Trenton. Nice sack from D. Yeah, things are going really well for the Pirates here tonight. And it'll be 4th and long. Back to punt is Ladysmith. And the punt is away. It'll bounce and go to the side right around the 40-yard line, 39-yard line. It comes to rest. And the punter was Alberson. It's good to see him back out there. He was injured a little bit earlier on defense. Now Grantsburg with 34 seconds left. They lead 34-0. See if they try to put another one in the end zone here before halftime. I would assume they would try to do something here. We'll see. They are going to split a couple guys right, a couple guys left. It's like man-to-man defense here for Ladysmith. And they will go back to pass. Going down the left side this time, Trenton Johnson. He comes down with it. What a catch by Trenton. That's a first down. It'll stop the clock. And another good ball from Aaron. And the Pirates have it. 1st and 10. They're not going to call a timeout. 29 seconds left to go. And the official starts it. And Grantsburg shall snap it. And they do. Swing pass. And it is incomplete to Silas Brzezinski. That was going nowhere. 3 white jerseys all around. So probably the best result possible there for Grantsburg. Clock stops. 2nd and 10. Be interesting to see if the situation presents itself, if Alex McCormick will get a chance to kick a field goal going into the halftime locker room. 3 men split right, 1 left. That's Marcus Michael to the left. And back to passes Berkman. Good protection, throwing it deep down the right side, and it is, again, I think it, no, that comes, oh, he did catch it. Trenton Johnson again at the 6-yard line, 5-yard line. Wow, what a catch by Trenton. 2 in a row for Trenton Johnson. He's having himself a night. 15 seconds left to go. Grantsburg has traveled 55 of the required 60 yards for a touchdown here. 1st and goal from the 5, 15 seconds left. Grantsburg has 1 timeout left. So every play in the playbook is available to them right now. They might want to keep that handy in case they do have to call for a field goal here. Might be able to get 3 plays off depending on what they do, but the 5-yard line is pretty close. Just outside the 5 to be exact. A couple nice catches from Trenton. We've seen a couple Brzezinski touchdowns, a Rombach touchdown, a Trenton Johnson return. Which one am I missing? What am I missing? Did Silas get 2 touchdowns? Yeah, I think he did. 1st and goal for Grantsburg. Nobody's covering Zach at the moment. Now they get somebody out there. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Rolling left. And he will throw it. And it's incomplete, intended for Rombach, but knocked down by Silas. Now, Silas got his hand on it. Zach was open just across the goal line. So 10 seconds left to go. Ball on the right hash mark. Empty set here for Berkman, and Grantsburg flinched. So that's a 5-yard penalty against Grantsburg. Boy. So Grantsburg will come to the sideline. That's Aaron Berkman coming to the sideline for the play. 10 seconds left to go. 34-0 the Pirates lead. They'd love to punch one in here right before halftime, and they're going to go huddle up. They kind of have to hurry here. The back judge looking at his watch. You'd hate to get a false start followed by a delay of game. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be in good shape here. 2 men left, 2 men right. Back to pass. Berkman, he's going to loft one up into the end zone, and nobody there. Almost intercepted. Intended for, I think that's Trenton over there. And they will bring in Alex McCormick with 5 seconds left to go. Alex will get a shot from the right hash, I think, to kick the field goal. So Grantsburg does have a timeout if they don't like. There seemed to be a little bit of confusion. 5 seconds left to go. This might end the half. It might not. Snap spot kick is up, and did it get inside that upright? It did! He got it. Good job, Alex McCormick. And there are 0 seconds on the clock. Take another look at that kick to finish it off here in the first half. Congratulations, Grantsburg Pirates up 38-0 here at halftime. So it is parents' night. It is 50-50 right now. I don't think there's anything at halftime. No band, no dance team.
The shirts are in under that purple tarp down by the
All right, so let's see what we've got here. I've got 2 phone calls. Who did I miss? Okay.
winner's gonna walk away with $133, free and clear.
Call from Appleton. We're not worried about it. All right, so while we enjoy halftime here in the cold, I'm going to throw this coach's corner up that we did
Once again, 942.
earlier this week when it was a little bit nicer out. So I hope you enjoy this. It's about 10 minutes long. It'll take us through halftime almost.
I see somebody who thinks they have some time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Coach's Corner with Coach Hale. My name is Bob Rombach. Thanks for joining us. Kind of a 2-week hiatus for us, and we're back after a big win at Hurley. Hurley is the 2-time defending Lakeland Conference champs, and now Grantsburg has won it. Conference champs outright. No tiebreakers, no nothing. Undefeated conference champs. How's that feel?
Feels great.
I bet.
Glad to be in that position.
It's so exciting. Last time we were conference champs, I think, was 2019. Is that
18, I think.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a few years anyway. But you guys, I don't know that before the season if many people would have thought that you guys would win the conference outright, that you would go undefeated in conference. What would you, if you could go back then, would you think we were crazy if we thought that, or?
No, I mean, we were so young on the line, so I knew that would be a challenge, but those guys have done a great job getting better each week, and I thought we could be in the mix.
Yeah.
But I knew what we had ahead of us with Hurley and Unity and Ladysmith coming out of nowhere and being really tough. So, yeah, to make it through unbeaten in our conference games was something to appreciate, and I told the guys that. It's something to be proud of, and now we got to move ahead and celebrate that later, and we got work to do.
Sure. Well, it's a 3-hour car or a bus ride home. I suppose there's a little celebrating. Probably a pretty fun first couple hours, and then probably sleepy for the last hour.
It was pretty quiet quickly.
Really?
I
mean, man, those guys.
They're excited going out of town, you know. Everyone was happy and good mood, but I think they were worn down, and it didn't take long before I think eyes started to shut, and we were waking them up in Hayward.
Got them, wake them up to go to the quick trip and then finish the ride. Yes, well, congratulations. That's awesome. You mentioned the offensive line. Can you talk a little bit more about the O-line? When I'm doing a broadcast, I wish I could talk more about the offensive line and the defensive line, but specifically the offensive line, because nothing happens without a good start to the play and people doing what they're supposed to do up in the trenches. So kind of, can you spotlight what they're young, how have they progressed through the season, how have they met and exceeded expectations, things like that?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it starts with our 2 seniors, Colton and Mark. Do a great job at the guards. They've played, beat up. They play super hard. It means a lot to them. They kind of set the tone for the younger guys. So they've been consistent for us, and that's huge. And healthy, which is huge. Yeah. And then Zach, Norman, and Brady Burton. Those 3 guys just to step in at the varsity level and, maybe not necessarily dominate, but to hold their own and hold people back and not get pushed back. They've done a great job. I mean,
are all 3 of those sophomores?
All 3 sophomores, yeah. And Norman, knock on wood, I don't even want to bring it up, but he snapped the ball, great all season. And that's something people don't think about until it's bad. Yeah. But he doesn't get enough credit for starting to play with a good snap and getting us going.
Yeah, not to mention not every game has been pristine conditions
Yeah,
like tonight.
a lot of wet ball nights.
A lot of wet ball and cold sometimes. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in, and we've seen other teams struggle a little bit with that throughout the season, where the center quarterback exchange can be dicey.
Oh, sure.
All it takes. we interrupt these coach
Ride
sale.
home situations.
Yep.
I get that cleared up.
All right, we may or may not edit that out. So awesome, beating Hurley and beating them decisively, heading into halftime with a nice lead, and then finishing the game strong and expanding your lead. I mean, that's something that's been a work in progress this year too. So how come that happened?
That was the biggest, I think, bright spot for me.
Yeah.
Is we were in the same exact situation the first time
Yes.
against them, 21-6 at half.
Yeah,
And they came back, and
Mike Moritz, everybody.
they came back on us, obviously, and finished it off at the end with a win in the last 2 minutes or whatever it was, or
Yeah.
last minute.
Yeah,
And this time, we gave them that talk again, and I think we played even stronger in the second half, which was great to see our defense really stepping up and guys doing some things that we didn't do the first time as far as physical play and tackling and keying and all those things. So I was proud of our defense, the way they kind of stepped up.
well, it certainly looked like they were seeing and they were trusting what they were seeing on defense. I think the defense was the story of the game. Really, I mean, that they really shut it down. And after that first drive, really kind of shut it down. They moved a little bit, I suppose, but reading their keys, getting to the ball, 5 hats, purple hats around the ball almost all the time. I mean, Hurley doesn't do anything fancy, and but it's kind of, it fools you a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, some misdirection,
But they were reading their keys and getting to the ball and trusting what they saw. That's a testament to coaching. So I think you.
I don't know about that, but
This was as much as the boys did a great job. That's leadership. That's you. That's your dad. That's the coaching staff. So and it's the student leaders, the captains, I suppose, would be in that bunch. But comes from the top, especially in high school ball, I think. And
nice to say, but I'll say it all the time. I mean, good players, they win games, and guys, when they're playing to their capabilities, we got some good athletes that can make plays. And when those guys do the things we ask, sometimes things go a little bit smoother than when they're kind of off on their own page, which high school kids have a tendency to do. Every team, every coach will tell you the same thing. But when guys are dialed in and doing what they're supposed to, we got guys that can make plays, and I think that's kind of what they showed, Friday.
very good. So you guys have 2 losses, kind of early season. You were 1-2 to start the season. Lost to St. Croix Falls, a really good St. Croix Falls team, and then by 3.
3, yep.
And then by 3 again to
yep.
Hurley, I think the next week or 2 weeks.
Yep, back to back.
Here, and so you lost to 2 good teams. You took care of Hurley on Friday, and now you've got Ladysmith coming up. You kind of beat them pretty good up in Ladysmith, but I think they're a better team than maybe they showed that night. What are you preparing for? And now that the big conference thing is over, you still have a game to play. This is good for seeding, trying to get a home game. I assume that's what you're talking to the players about, but what do you think Ladysmith will bring that might fool us or be different than the last time?
I don't think they'll change much. It was actually a good game, back and forth up there, and a 2-score game. They're driving in to cut it to 1, and Trenton has that pick 6, which opened it up, and then we got another D score, which kind of inflated that score. So it was a good battle, and they're not going to change anything because that quarterback, he's so good. He makes so many plays. I don't know how many points they're averaging, but it's been a lot, especially over the last how many weeks, because he can do it both, running and throwing. And so, you just got to try to contain that kid. And he's going to have some big plays, but you just can't give him too many big plays, because that's kind of the key. So we talk about that. We talk about how important it is for playoff seeding, because it is. It's going to be a huge game for seeding. And then, again, finishing strong. You don't want to win a conference and go back and lose to a conference team, the last game of the year. So I think that's a little more incentive for our guys to kind of show, hey, we earned that, and let's show it and play like it.
Right on. Back to the Hurley game ball, big stick. Who'd you give those to?
Big stick went to Trenton Johnson
Okay.
for the big sack he had.
Yes.
I think he's back-to-back winners because he got the week before.
So he might try to run here. Nope, they are going to pass, and Trenton Johnson just destroys him.
And then Marcus Michael got the game ball.
Good for him.
Yep, great effort from Marcus. His best game of the year. He led us in defensive points.
Wow.
Made us several nice hustle tackles from the backside. And then offensively, he blocked terrific
His
downfield
blocking was
perimeter.
really good. He
Got a
didn't get the
couple
ball a lot,
pancakes.
but
Yep.
but he paved the way on
Yep.
some of those outside
A
runs.
really solid game.
Yeah.
Grantsburg with a good mix of run and pass, back to pass. And now it's a quarterback draw. Aaron Berkman. He's got a little bit of room. Nice block by Marcus Michael down the right sideline. Another good move, and he's down to the 15-yard line, finally knocked out of bounds by Hurley.
Good. I'm happy for him. All right, so I think that's about it. Finish the season this Friday night here, Robert W. Olson Stadium. It'd be awesome if people could come and pack the stands. It's going to be a good game. The Ladysmith quarterback is definitely something to come out and watch. He's dynamic. He gets out of stuff. If you watch the last game, Ladysmith did the live stream. You can probably go back and watch a little bit of that. He's shifty. He's tough to corral.
He extends plays all the time. He reminds me of Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I mean, NFL-wise, just because he bounces around, he drops back for 10, then he spins back the other way for 10 more.
It's
Then
uncanny.
he's got a good enough arm, then he finds somebody downfield and hits them.
And those
he's a good
receivers do
player.
catch the ball.
Yep,
I mean, they've
good
got
receiving
pretty
core.
receivers.
Yep.
So it'll be a fun one. So come on out to watch, and you can catch the replay because we'll live stream it. But watch it after you go to the game because it's going to be a fun atmosphere. I think it's going to be nice out. Is it going to be nice out finally for
I
once?
think it's
or
a
no?
little colder at the end of the week, but
A little colder. No rain? Yeah, we'll
I
see.
hope.
We'll see. It's a Monday. It's beautiful here on Monday evening. So, all right, Coach, thank you. And let's do this again next Monday, celebrate another win.
that'd be great.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right, well, thank you to Coach Hale for doing that interview with us. Obviously, a lot of things changed since we did that. We did not know that Brady wasn't going to be playing tonight, but regardless, Grantsburg has been putting on a show here, 37-0, just a few minutes left to go in the halftime period. I don't think anybody, you could hear it there on the tape, that thought it was going to be a running clock here in the second half, but that is where we're at right now. Ladysmith, obviously, they're resting Brady to get to the playoffs here. Hopefully this is going to do it for him, and he can recover and get back out there because he is just a dynamic player. And, Mr. Little here has done a nice job, just hasn't been able to get anything going. It's tough to compare anybody to Brady Ingersoll. He can make things happen with his feet. He gets out of jams. I know Grantsburg was working hard all week to figure out a way to try to stop him. So a big score here at halftime, but a lot of respect for Ladysmith, and a game like tonight shouldn't dampen any spirits in Lumberjack territory because this is a good team, and boy, they came out of nowhere. I don't think anybody kind of before the season started just judging off of last year, struggled a little bit last year, but came out strong and beat Hurley. That's when it was like, what? And they're playing good football tonight, notwithstanding. Half a game left to go, so anything can happen here in high school football, but that's going to bring us down to about a minute left to go. Grantsburg hasn't come out of the locker room yet. I'm sure they're heading down here any second, and then we'll put 3 more minutes up on the clock. So while we wait, say thank you one more time to our sponsors. And here's another one from Northwood Tech.
Do you have difficulty sleeping, severe sore throats, or constant snoring? It may be time for you to visit Burnett Medical Center's ear, nose, and throat specialist, Dr. Freumovich. He works with adults and children to diagnose and treat various conditions of the ear, nose, throat, and related structures of the head and neck. Conditions range from reoccurring ear infections to difficulty breathing and sleeping. Sign up for a better tomorrow with a treatment plan that works for you and your health.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
All right, the 2 teams are now stretching out. Grantsburg just getting back down. 3 minutes, actually about 2.5 minutes to warm up if they need it. Ladysmith has kind of been staying loose over there pretty much the whole halftime. So it'll be running clock to start here in the second half. And I think if they do get within 35, that stops. Am I right, Michael? If they cut into the 35 points, does it go back to regular time? Yeah. So Ladysmith, of course, would need to do that really quickly, 12-minute quarters. And so in order to kind of get back in this one, they've got to score quickly, and we'll see what happens here. I think Grantsburg gets the ball to start the second half. And let's get this changed as we head towards the third quarter. Get that changed on the scoreboard. Take another quick look at the comments section. I see Gene Zilmer is watching Medical Lake, Washington. Medical Lake. I thought I've heard of Medicine Lake, Medical Lake. Jill Meyer says, what a game. Penny Bistrom says, awesome. All right. I think I said, but Linda Heffron-Lozier says, great kick. That was Alex McCormick. Is that the last thing I have on the replay? Let's see. I think it is. Field goal to end it. So Alex McCormick. So there's been 5 touchdowns. He's 4 of 5 with extra points and 1 for 1 from field goal range. That would have been a 23-ish yarder. It was at the 5, so I had 7. That's 12 plus 10, so 22. 2 teams gathering at their sidelines. No heaters. It's Bud Grant style down there. No heaters. You got some parkas for the freshmen who aren't playing, or the guys who aren't playing too much. I don't remember having that. I remember when I was on the bench, we'd have to take a knee for the whole darn game. Heavens to Betsy, that's a lot of kneeling. I'm taking a look down here. I see Brock Matheny getting his arm loose, taking some snaps. Brock, a freshman. I'm not sure if he'll go in right away, but he will have a crack at it, I'm sure, at some point if things don't change on the scoreboard too drastically. Grantsburg won the first matchup 51-22. That was the score, I think. But as you heard in that interview with Coach Hale earlier, that game, the final score was not indicative of the actual game that was played. A couple of mistakes really hurt Ladysmith there, and Grantsburg took advantage of a couple turnovers. Trenton Johnson had a 99-yard pick six in that one. This time tonight he had, what was it, about 45, 50-yarder pick six along the near sideline here. So Ladysmith will kick it off. Matthew Roach kicks it off for the Lumberjacks. Back to receive, Grantsburg has Looks like Jordan Gaffney and Silas Brzezinski, and Silas will have it roll to him at about the 20, across the 25, 30, makes a man miss, makes another move. Now he's got a little bit of room up the middle, and he is tracked down across the 50. Nice burst of speed up the middle there by Silas. He almost broke that one. But a good return nonetheless by Silas Brzezinski, and it's 1st and 10 Grantsburg. I just saw kind of an off-target throw from ref to side judge there, and side judge wanted nothing to do with it. If that ball's not thrown right at him, he's not going to break his phalanges for it. Running time has begun. It's almost 11 minutes left to go, almost a minute off the clock. Handoff on the left side, Brzezinski. Gain of a few. That was Silas again. Jordan Gaffney checking in. And Silas will come out. Jordan, a senior, got knocked pretty hard a couple games ago. But so it's good to see him back out there playing football with his boys. He's in the backfield right now with Aaron Berkman. 2 men left, 1 to the right, and they're going to hand it off to Jordan, who has to make a guy miss. Does a nice spin move, but still ends up losing a couple yards on that play. Makunda again, we've called his name a lot. Back to pass, throwing left, and it's through the hands of Rombach. Didn't get his hands up in time. A missile fired out towards the sideline. Dropped there by Zach. So Grantsburg might be punting for the first time tonight. They'll send Trenton back. Here's the snap. Trenton's left-footed kick. Nice punt. It's going to bounce. Where is it going to bounce to? To the 5. And almost tracked down. Who was that?
Trickles into the end zone for a touchdown.
That was Norman Jensen with the great hustle. Almost got it. You know, that's big number 68, not a low number. He's flying down the field trying to stop that one from going in the end zone. Good hustle by Norman. Hey, it's his mom's birthday today. So happy birthday, Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Happy birthday. 1st and 10, handoff. Brandon Lucas was there, but he got blocked off, and now it's going to be a decent run for Ladysmith. Now with Matthew Roach on the carry. Second and 2. So the clock running, 8:20 left to go in the game, or in the third quarter, sorry. See if they go to the air here. Little in the shotgun one. This is a very similar set to what we're seeing Grantsburg do. There's a pass, and I think he dropped it, probably for the best. That was Jordan Gaffney. No, he did catch it. So a loss of about 3 on the play makes it 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Great play by Jordan Gaffney there. Covered that up and made the tackle. Third and a long 5 at the 25, 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. That ball is fumbled, and it is recovered by the running back, but he is dropped right where he caught it, or right where he recovered it. And that's another loss on the play. Loss of about 7 yards on that third down play. 4th and 12, and Trenton Johnson, instead of Aaron Berkman, will drop back to receive the punt. Snap, and the punt is away. Kind of a line drive punt. And Trenton ends up kicking it, and he'll pick it up, I think, and drag people across the 35. Whew.
About a 7-yard return.
Trenton
Tackle on that play.
played the thing. And then when he was going to pick it up, it looked like another Grantsburg player was trying to reach for it and couldn't grab it. I thought it might pop the thing free. Well, look at here. It is the second team offense out there for Grantsburg. So we'll see Brock Matheny take a crack at it. Grantsburg got the first drive of the second half, and now it's the second teamers out there. I really did not expect this tonight. Levi Anderson split off to the left, and Brock will hand it off to the tailback. Met Ian Berkman, big hit right in the middle of the hole, right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. 6 minutes left to go into third.
Second down, 10.
Be interesting to see if they still go with the first team defense for Grantsburg, just to try to preserve the lead and then preserve the shutout secondarily. 37-0. Grantsburg with a 35-point lead means running clock, and if Ladysmith gets it. Here's Brock rolling left, tough throw, and it is caught, and he caught it. Nice job, Levi Anderson, right at the sticks. Let's see if I can show that one. Ah, too late, Robert. Come on, Bob.
Pass complete to Matheny. Good for
Oh, that was Matheny. My bad. It's so, Caden is number 16? Okay, Caden Matheny is 16. It's listed as Levi. He is the tallest one out there, yes. So good play. And here we go. This is a handoff to Dane Lozier, knifing his way through, up and past the 15-yard line, close to a first down. In fact, I think he did get a first down there.
Second down, 1.
Yeah, let's see where they spot. Yeah, they're going to mark it just a little bit shy, it looks like. Our guy's coming back out. Stout, Ross Stout. Matheny. That time it's a handoff to Gaffney. Gaffney dropped. I think he might have enough. Nice tackle.
63, Ben.
Yeah, 63. Ben Mignette.
Third down, 1.
So he is just a little bit short. Ian Berkman checks back in. Yeah, Matheny is 16, so I don't know. They don't have these rosters quite right. What's the temp, says Louis. Cold. It's got to be 32 by now. Chris Glonick says, nice job at center, Charles. Yeah, Charles. Oh, and that's a fumble, and that's going to make it fourth down here for Grantsburg. Yeah, all new players on the line as well. Charlie Glonick. Who else we got down there? And again, the numbers in my roster may not be right. It says Bubba is down there. Colton Quimby, 79. Is he really 79? Maybe Nolan Brandstead. Yeah, I think Nolan's down there. Nolan Brandstead is down there. And, oh, my eyes. I'll look at my screen. That's better. Let's see, 61. Dylan Roach. Matheny going deep down the left side to his brother, and it's incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Just telling his big bro, go get it. Well, not big bro, they are twins, but he is taller. 3 sets of twins on this team, Nick. The Matheny boys, the Anderson boys, and the Przinski boys. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and in fact, it will be the second stringers out there for Grantsburg's defense also. 1, 2, this doesn't look like enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You only have like 8 guys out there right now. 9, 10. Went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, they got 11. And it's going to be a pass. Looking, some trouble, rolling. Nice little pass, but it bounces off the shoulder pads.
Little's pass
Intended for
Incomplete.
Jackson.
Second down 10.
No. Derek Andres, and a whistle and a timeout, I think, called by Ladysmith. So the timeout will stop the clock. A minute 45 left to go. We're almost through with the third quarter. Okay, there's actually an injury, not a timeout. Renee runs out there, and the coach for Ladysmith as well. Anybody see the number? Looks like one of the big guys up front. Hopefully it's just a cramp. I never understood why play-by-play guys would need binoculars, but now, and I'm not even that far, like the pros need it. So I can't see the number, but they have turned him onto his back and have taken his helmet off, which is actually a good sign. It means it's not a head or neck, back type of injury. So 37-0 as the clock is stopped with a minute 45 left to go, and we're just going to kind of keep it radio silent as they work on the young man on the field. Well, unfortunately, this is taking longer than a cramp would take. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain out there, but I can't tell what's going on. Minute 45 remaining, 29 degrees here now, Louis. But you're not down south anymore, are you? Thankfully, the conditions outside of being very cold, there's no real wind at all, no moisture outside of what's just kind of in the air here. You can kind of see just a haze over the football field. If you look at the lights, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I think generally, am I just not going to see a light? Am I going the wrong way? There it is. Yeah, there you go, Nick. Nick was definitely controlling that camera that entire time. I was looking. Yeah. Yeah, and the young man still down on his back and some. I don't like to see this. And now Renee kind of shifting, and they're going to try to stand him up and finally get a glimpse of his number 77. Nick Bratina, is that it? Nick Bratina, yeah. 275-pound junior lineman. Very glad to see him get up. He's being helped off, but it's never like to see injuries at all. But in games like this that are already decided, and yeah. So best wishes to him, and but the game will continue. Minute 45 left to go. Clock will start on the snap here. Or no, will they wind it? Let's see. Yep, they wind it and the clock starts. So Little will hand it off, And knifing his way through for a few yards. Running back, tackled. Ian Berkman was one of them there. It's like Dominic Spahn in on it as well.
Number 21, Matthew Roach, the ball carrier. Tackle on that play by
And that was
Henry
Matthew
Quintana.
Roach.
Third down, 5.
Back to pass is Little, looking left and throwing left, right on time and target. A little bit of room, and by far the best play of the night for Ladysmith. In
Little's
fact,
pass
I think that,
complete to
is that the
Lowell
first time they've been
Albertson.
across the
Stepped out of bounds near
50?
midfield. First down for the Lumberjacks.
Might be. It's been a struggle for Ladysmith here tonight, but getting it done there. I think that's Logan Albertson. First and 10. Big cushion on this side. And what are we doing? Oh, the clock is going to expire here for the third quarter. And that is it.
Clock winds down
Boy,
at the end of the third quarter.
make your offensive lineman go get in a three-point stance for 20 seconds in the freezing cold. Thanks a lot. They want to do that? They want to go home. All right, 12 minutes put up on the clock on Wisconsin playing, and we're going to take another quick radio timeout here. Radio timeout. It's the last time I had to say that. Now we're going to mute this so we don't get in trouble, because this is also copyrighted. All right, well, there you go. Fourth quarter, no scoring in the third quarter. Switch sides, and Little back to pass. He is in some trouble, but he gets the ball off to the right, and it is out of bounds, incomplete.
Little's pass intended for.
So it'll be third.
Second down.
No, it'll be
10.
second and 10 for Ladysmith. Yeah, 29 degrees out, but perfectly clear skies. Anybody else surprised by the snow this morning? Ladysmith, did you guys have snow on the ground this morning? It snowed till about, I don't know, 10:30 this morning. It was crazy. I know some people knew it was coming. I woke up and it's like, what is happening? Second and 10. Ladysmith splits everybody out. One guy in the backfield with him, and he's going to get the ball on the right side. And slips free and is finally brought down. I think that was Derek Andres.
Number 25, Andres, the ball carrier.
Tackled by-
on that play.
I've got Colton Quimby on my score sheet. Not sure if it was him or not. Yeah, actually, I think it was Colton. Bubba, as he's
Tackle
known.
on the play by Bubba.
Third and 3 for Ladysmith. Little swing pass out this way, a little screen, and it works. Ian Berkman flings him to the ground. Not until a first down for Ladysmith. Complete out to Tim Meltz.
Tackle by Jaden Brown.
Yeah, Jaden Brown
First
out
and
there
10
making
for
a
the
tackle.
Lumberjacks.
First and 10, Ladysmith, under 10 minutes to play. Grantsburg trying to preserve the shutout. They shut out Rib Lake Prentice and Webster this year. And I guess technically Flambeau, they won. Actually, that's tonight. 1-0. The forfeit finally came through today. In some trouble, throwing it. Nice. Guides it right in there. Staying up. Andre, no, that's not Andres. That was Alverson. Nice little play. Good run after the catch by Alverson. And it'll be third and a few.
Second down, 3.
See, this is all messed up. 30 in my program says Alex McCormick, but we know that's not right. Doggone it. Is it Justin Kwolek? Handoff up the middle. Nobody touching him up the middle, and he is down inside the 15. Shutout in peril here.
First and 10 for the Lumberjacks.
Grantsburg trying to sub in and out. They got to hurry. 8:46 left to go and a timeout. Oh no, they're gonna. What is happening here? Grantsburg is allowed to substitute if the offense subs and the defense is allowed to sub. So the clock continues to go, but they stopped the play from getting off because of that rule. And it'll be a handoff up the middle. Nothing doing this time. One big hot. Well, he bopped free, but still. Actually, no, that was just a continuation of a block.
Number 32, Summerfield, carries once again.
Yeah, Summerfield.
Tackle on that play by Travis Rockensock.
All right, Travis Rockensock gets the tackle. That is his name, Travis Rockensock. Second and 9, second and 8, under 8 minutes to play. Snap. It's going to be a screen out to the left side. And nice tackle.
Pass complete to Wilson.
Good tackle. I think that's Avery Brown. At least that's the number in my.
Tackle on that play by Avery Brown.
So Avery Brown with the tackle. That was a good tackle. In 87, last time I saw that was Jared Van Watermeulen a few years ago. Jared kicking for UMD. 7:10 left to go. Third down and 6. Little handoff. Oh, he's got a lot of room, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 21, Matthew Roach squirts in for
Matthew Roach, touchdown Ladysmith, and the shutout goes bye-bye, and the clock at 6:48 and counting. So it doesn't stop? Okay. I was wrong earlier. I thought once they got into that 35-point margin, the clock would go back to normal, but it does not.
Only in the third quarter. They've got to break it.
Oh, third quarter. Oh, okay, in the third quarter. Thank you, Michael. 2-point conversion attempt, left side, and he barrels his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Roach gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And I had 36-5 for a second there, and it's 37. What in the world just happened? 37-8 is the actual score, 6:10 left to go. And the clock runs as they huddle up on the sidelines. So maybe one more crack at it for the JV offense here for Grantsburg. Wouldn't be surprised to see Ladysmith try to get this ball back via onside kick. So a heck of a first half for the Pirates, going into the halftime locker room up by 37. Really didn't see that coming. But obviously with Brady Ingersoll sitting tonight makes a big, big difference. And that's nothing against the young man who's quarterbacking tonight. He's done a pretty good job, but it's just when you go from, Patrick Mahomes to, I don't know. I know it's not his, but like Andy Dalton or something. Like, good quarterback, just not Patrick Mahomes, So, get well soon, Brady. Maybe we'll see you in the playoffs here in a week or two. Here's a kickoff. They do not onside it. It's going to go to one of the deep guys, and he does pick it up at the 20-yard line. Coming all the way across, in some trouble, and he is driven and wrenched down.
Jaden Brown on the
Jaden
return
Brown.
tackle by Tim Meltz.
Jaden Brown is a little bit of a Gumby, and it's a good thing because he got kind of strewed into the ground by the tacklers there. 4.5 minutes left to go. Last time to get some shout outs out on the in the comments if you'd like. Oh, Kelly says Ladysmith had 2+ inches of snow this morning. I don't know if I don't know what the count was for us. Freeman Liberty says, is this a home game? Well, if you are asking if it's a Grantsburg home game, it is. And then Linda again, great game, Pirates. First and 10, and is it Anderson back there now? I think it is. And loss on the play. No, it's still Matheny back there, Brock
Anderson
Matheny.
carries the ball. Tackle by Minute. Second down, 10 for the Pirates.
It will be a new quarterback here. Matheny's off to the side. Let's see who's going to take over. I think it's Ryder. Is it Ryder Anderson or Levi Anderson, the quarterback? Levi. And he's just going to kneel on, or did he fumble? I think it was a fumble. Center quarterback exchange, a fumble. 3:07 left to go. Let's see who recovered. It'll be Ladysmith ball on that. That is a tough thing to do. I don't know how much warming up Levi had done. Yeah, his hands have got to be cold, and that ball is hard as a rock. Trying to take it from under center. Didn't go very well, and Ladysmith will have a chance to put a couple more on the board here. Under 3 minutes left to go. See if they go to the air. And well into the JV squad now is Grantsburg. 2.5 minutes left to go. Ladysmith might have 3 or 4 plays here. Yeah, probably they could have more maybe if they hustle. They're bringing out the second squad too, and they're gonna have to call a timeout. 2:17 left to go. They're gonna try to get this right for these young guys.
Remember, WIAA will come up with the playoff field,
here we go.
home and away and opponents tomorrow late morning.
Is he going to say any more about that? Yeah. So they will announce the playoff pairings tomorrow morning. If you have, did I load that graphic up here? Shoot, I made something. Let me pull something in here real quick. Image. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to mute this while I work. All right, there you go. Channel 69 tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock if you're a Grantsburg Telecom recipient. If you subscribe to Grantsburg Telecom cable, it's channel 69. Otherwise, Bally Sports isn't really easy to find. I think they have an app now, but if you want to see the pairings, tune in to channel 69 around 10 o'clock. The WIA will have it. There's a fumble on Ladysmith. So I know Jay Wilson and Trevor Wilson will be part of that. Trevor runs WSN, Wisconsin Sportsnet, which I use a lot, and he does a phenomenal job. How he keeps up with everything, I don't even know. And he goes and watches games on Friday nights. I know our buddy Jason Zielinski is going to be on that as well. Another fumble. But he picks it up, running, and he is going to be down. Quarterback right now is Ashton Clark, it looks like. He is a freshman. A minute and a half left to go. So, there you go. Any predictions as to where these two teams are going to end up in the brackets? If you're wondering about volleyball, we do have those brackets. I'll show you those right after this play. Minute 21 left to go. Both of these teams have qualified for the playoffs. Grantsburg hoping to get a home game. That's a nifty run right up the middle and a big blast
Number 32,
at the end.
Jackson Summerfield
Jaden
on the carry.
Brown. Here's what's happening next Tuesday. Grantsburg is hosting Boyceville, Ladysmith hosting Washburn. And the two teams may meet in round number 2 here in Grantsburg. 51 seconds left to go, 4th and 4. Hand off, and it's going to be a first down. Will it be a touchdown? Dragged down at the 5. And it'll be a first down with 40 seconds left to go. Ladysmith trying to turn that fumble into a scoring possession here. 30 seconds left. This is Clark in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. Dropped at the 1. 20 seconds left. Some late game drama. 13 seconds. This will be the last play, potentially up the middle. Blammo! He's got home. And a touchdown. So 2 touchdowns here in the 4th quarter. The clock is stopped. I'm sorry, the clock has run out. 000. That should be the end of the game. But they are by rights allowed to do the 2-point conversion, but this game is over pending this.
Mandatory extra point attempt.
Mandatory extra point. So here we go. So congratulations to the Grantsburg Pirates. They go to 8-2 on the season. They're 6-0 in the conference. That stays the same. Ladysmith drops to 6-3 and stays at 4-2. Throwing and incomplete. Good effort. But that is going to do it here. Final score, 37-14. Grantsburg at a 37-0 lead.
Next week's site, check the WIAA website tomorrow, mid to late morning. Thank you for coming tonight. Please be very careful on the slippery bleachers. And pick up your trash on the way out.
Just told you, look at WIAA site for pairings. We'll get those to you as soon as we have them too on We Are Grantsburg. You can look at that and all throughout the We Are network if you're curious. That is going to do it, guys. We're going to put the windows back in. Michael is already gone. Man, that guy is fast. Yep, so teams shaking hands at the 50, and we are going to head out. Thank you to Nick Rombach for doing the video. My name is Bob Rombach. Thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you, everybody, for watching high school football here on We Are Grantsburg, part of the We Are Network. Have a great night, everybody.